Hello everyone, welcome back to our course on how to use AI chatbots to do coding in R. In this video, we're going to learn how to create a histogram with AI chatbot and RStudio. Okay, so we're going to combine the two to create some beautiful histograms. So this is where we ended in our last video. We signed up for RStudio cloud version. Then we brought in a dataset into our RStudio environment. In this case, we are using the financial well-being survey data that's available publicly online. And we also looked at the distribution of the outcome variable of interest for us, which is financial well-being score. In this video, we are going to visualize this variable using a histogram. Now, to create this histogram, I'm going to give this instruction to my AI chatbot. Now, you can use any AI chatbot. I'm just going to try a couple. So let me just copy this from my Word document. And I'm just going to put this in ChatGPT. And I'm going to share all these prompts with you. This will be under the video in the description, and also this will be available on my website, so you don't have to worry about any of this, because this will be available to you. Now, all you have to do is understand how to use this prompt in your case. So the first thing you need to mention is what's the name of the data frame. So for our purposes, if you followed our last video, we said that the name of the data frame for us is FWB data. So I'm just going to copy this from here, and I'm going to put that into here in that empty space. The next thing is the variable of interest. So what's the variable of interest for us? Well, for us, the variable of interest is FWB score, or financial well-being score. Again, I'm just going to copy this from here, and I'm just going to put that into that empty space. So that's that. Then I'm just going to provide a brief explanation of what this FWB score variable means. So this just means financial well-being score. And then I want to tell it that it should keep only non-negative responses, as I explained in the last video, that if we look at the distribution of this FWB score, there are a couple of negative responses. Now in this survey, the way that they coded it, these are the missing responses, right? And we don't want to keep them into our analysis. And these are just 5 responses out of like 6,394. So excluding them should not result in like any issues, hopefully. So we're just going to tell AI to exclude these negative responses. So I'm just going to tell it only keep cases where the variable is non-negative. Now, in your case, the data set that you are working with, if the missing data are coded as NA, then you'll say that only keep cases where the variable is not NA. So that's how you can customize depending on the data set that you are working with. Now the next part says, show me our code using ggplot2 to create a histogram of. Here I'm just going to put the name of my variable one more time. We're trying to create a histogram of this financial well-being score variable with proportions or frequencies on the y-axis. So in this case, I'm going to go with proportions. So in these brackets, what I have done is I have provided you options. So in some cases, you might want to show frequencies in the y-axis of a histogram. In some cases, you might want to show the proportions. So typically, people would show proportions and not frequencies. So I'm just going to exclude this part and put proportions into that blank space. And that's it. So that's basically it. So those are the empty spaces that I had to fill in given the data that I'm working with. Now I can just click here, and then let's see what ChatGPT produces. It says thinking. Maybe I can just click answer now, because this is like nothing major. ChatGPT knows how to create R code. So let me see if the code has already been produced. It looks like it is. So I'm just going to click here, copy code. And I'm just going to put that code in my R script. So right here, I'm just going to right click and then put paste. And then I'm just going to select all this, the part that I just copied, and I'm just going to click run. So because some of the packages that it's using, they were not installed before in this online version of RStudio. So it's just downloading those packages. Now, in case you have those packages already installed, it should take less time for it to produce the graph. So there you go. Here is the plot that it produced. Congratulations, you have just produced the very first graph in R. You see, it's so easy, right? You just chat with ChatGPT. Once you can explain it what you want, it produces a code for you and it works.